Hello, this is Denting Cobra, aka Matt, and I'm going to do a tutorial on how to make this. It's a photo manipulation, so yeah, you can pretty much use it for with anything that does not include people. Alright, so first we're gonna open a stock. I'm going to use one from Polar Express. Okay, first of all, what you have to do is crop it, and I'm gonna crop out some of those houses over there. I think that'd look best. Alright. I always like to delete the background. Well, actually, you pretty much have to. Alright, so first of all, you're gonna get a grunge brush. I mean, you don't have to use a grunge brush, but I am. And you brush really dark and black over it. You set that to soft light. Should look something like this. Then you do the same thing, creating a new layer, doing the same thing, but in white. Set that to soft light. So it should look something like this, kind of having a black and white feeling over the front of it. Then you go to filter, blur, and then you go to you copy the background layer, bring it to the top, and you put that to Gaussian blur 3.0, and you set that to overlay. Okay, you should look something like this. Then you go to blur again, but make it a radial blur. I'm sorry. Alright, you go back, you create another copy of the background layer, put it at the top, and you go to blur, radial blur, make it zoom, it should be about here, 50, zoom, and best. And you set that to overlay. Alright, so then I usually like to do the white thing again and set that soft light just to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Alright, so then you copy the background layer again using Control J, which is the shortcut for it, and bring it to the top, and do another radial blur. Set that to overlay. Okay, so here we are. Okay, next, this is one of the last things we do. You go to render. Make sure the settings are like this for the colors. So we're going to go to render, clouds, and then go back there and difference cloud, so it should look something like this, and set that to overlay, and bring the opacity down to about 70. Let's go 40. Yeah, 40. Alright, and then get your eraser out, make it go to 0 hardness, set it to a good size, and take out what you want to be taken out. Alright. Next, we're going to put some text in. I'm not sure you'll want text, but in this case, it would look pretty good. So, pick something good to write. I'm going to put train stop. Usually going to want to put to white. I'm going to put the opacity down to about 70, and then put a black stroke, 1 pixel, on the outside. So look something like this. You can move it around to fill where you think it should be. Alright, lastly, you're going to put a border on it. I personally cannot use the normal border thing, so I have to go do it manually. So I'm going to zoom in, get my pencil tool out. So if anybody else has the same problem, you're like me. Alright, so we're going to get a black border here.